The question is, surface condition is critical. Old surface, old paint, like that sign. I mean, if we were to repaint that, there would be want to cut our arms off. You know, people really, there's a whole cult. And when this really started, because my father and my grandfather's generation carried a pocket knife with them. When they go into houses and something had an old grungy surface, such as, yeah, this chair. Okay, so this is the original surface. But many times, if it's a little more beat up, they knew they couldn't sell it. Nobody wanted it. Back in the 40s, this was absolutely, forget it. It was the death knell of trying to sell something. And so what my father and grandfather and all their colleagues would scrape with their knives to see what was the wood. So when they refinished it, they knew what it was going to look like. Whether it was cherry, walnut, mahogany, that's what they all did, every one of them. But then it started to switch. The pendulum started to swing by probably some museums said, you know, we need to retain some of the antiquity. And then some collectors started to get into the act, and then some dealers started to follow. And before you know it, that pendulum swung. But it took a long time. It literally took a long time. And people were under the understanding that you needed to make your furniture look good. Hartford, Connecticut was the beginning of collecting of American antiques, believe it or not. Not Boston, not New York, Hartford.
What's that based on?
It was based on a few guys. Well, Wallace Nutting was like next generation a little bit. But there was a guy named Lyons, there was Charles Woolsey Lyon, and who wrote a book. And they started to see that American history, American antiques were coming out of the Connecticut Valley. And they started to compete with each other. And they started to shoot each other. And, that's my jest, no one's
And to diverge a little bit, and we'll get back to your question, but the centennial of 1876 really started this process of looking backwards to early American decorative arts. And Hartford being a wealthy insurance capital, and having access to the area, that's where one of the early centers of collecting started in Hartford. But to go back to your question about, original surface, or taking a...
Can you fake it or
Yeah, right.
And
So,
just then kind of restore it and then go back?
the short answer is no. But I'll say that, and if we put the video up on YouTube, we'll get calls from cabinet makers that say, I can do it, and, I suppose some people can, and I guess you get into an area of fakery, where people are manipulating surfaces that appear to be old, and maybe they're more successful than we think, because maybe I look at something and say, oh, that's a nice old surface, but it's not, but I don't know it. But for our experience, it doesn't work out that well. Maybe it's the people who used in the past that aren't specializing in the art of deception, whether it's honest deception or deception. They're recreating something. But, take a chair like this, that is refinished chair. And this chair has been cleaned. It was actually in, it's a level-lit Chapin school, so it's probably in the Hartford area, and they like their furniture clean. So it's actually kind of rare to find Chapin furniture that hasn't been cleaned, because people were collecting it, they wanted it clean, and they wanted to bring it back into their living room. So leaving it untouched and leaving it kind of dark or grungy or crackler surface, it didn't have any shine to it. They would bring it down to the Robbins brothers, and they would have it refinished. But I think these two chairs, you want to hold up the one with Bruce is kind of an interesting comparison, because they have a very similar splat. They're both made by Leffelet Chapin, the Chapin School, and have this Gothic interlaced splat. On this chair, you can see where there's actually a little fine, maybe 1/16 of an inch carving here, where the design overlaps each other. You've probably been certainly halfway back through the room, it makes it a little hard to see that detail. But when you get with the old surface and the highlight patterns of wear and patina, you can really, enhances that texture and enhances the effect of the carving. So I think that's really an interesting, and then when you look at the crest of that chair and that really subtle line of wear that follows the crest, you start to see some of these great characteristics of wear and patina in old and original surfaces, which is why it drives the market, which is why it's so important in today's value. And I was just saying earlier, it's important monetarily, but it's also important historically, because it really maintains the historical integrity of this chair. And you really get to kind of experience all 200 years of age and wear and use that, the lifetime experience of that chair, of the chair. For this one, it has been cleaned and is a really beautiful example, a fairly rare chair. But, to go back and to try to put an old surface on this or change the color too dramatically, it's certainly not within our philosophy here in the shop. And part of that too is because we really believe in form. Form first. What you're going to see is the form of this chair, and then you're going to get the appreciation of the surface and the color and the patina. But the form of this chair is so good, it really doesn't need any enhancement. And if we tried to do something and it didn't come out quite right, then you start detracting from the value of the object, and certainly changing its historical context.
So I want to add something to what Kevin said, the forensics of it. So if this chair, both chairs are from Windsor, Connecticut, Chapin shop. This chair has, as far as we're concerned, is the original surface. So every time somebody went to sit down on that chair, they grab it here and they push it in, right? So you get a wear factor right here. And you get the wear factor where your legs rub the seat and the front rail. You don't get the wear factor under here, right? Nobody goes around, except your cat, goes around rubbing the stretcher of the chair. So you start to feel the softness where you should. That's where the truth is. That's where they can't copy it. They can maybe get the color through chemicals today. There's no question. There are guys who are out there. And I say guys, I say people, because one of the best colorists is a gal down in Pennsylvania. She's incredible. She's scary, but she cannot wear where it should be worn enough. I mean, what is she going to do? Sit there and do this all day long? One of the great lessons I had down in Williamsburg, they have reproduction Windsors in their taverns. Well, they have butts going in there all day long. So you're going to get it's like speeding up a camera. I mean, they get 100 years of wear in 3 days. On a busy summer day, they're constantly going in and out, in and out. And those reproduction chairs, before you know it, start to look really incredible because everybody's grabbing it where they should. But those are reproductions, and you can tell because there's no shrinkage and there's other things. So it's subtle. It takes time to learn where these sort of softness, where it should be and where it shouldn't be. And it's really common sense. If you've got too much wear where it shouldn't be, on the back of a rail, why would it be there? That's really peculiar. And then you start to see, and then you start to see artificial sanding or scraping. In fact, in glass, when they fake glass, they used to take it and put it on concrete and scrape it back and forth so the bottom would be warm. Well, you can tell that the scrape wear on a piece of glass isn't left and right, it's all over. So there's a lot of ways of telling. I'd be the first to admit, sometimes it's scary. And, if somebody's really good, but we try our best not to make too many errors.
And that's when, we did our forum on how do we know it's old, and we brought out the big light and the magnifying glass, and those kind of tools that we use in investigating an object are really important. There's nothing like bright sunlight, so if we really want to identify the condition of an object, we take it out outside in the sunlight and take your time and study it. And what we really look for in condition is consistency. And you want to see that all the different elements match each other. That chair seat itself is a really great example.
This came out of the chair that's refinished. That is an original seat from Chapin's shop with the original marsh grass still there, right from the swamp. And which because it doesn't draw anything, it just lays in there flat. This is the original linen, this is the original sackcloth, and this is the original webbing. And we know that this is a Chapin chair seat because he used a very wide seat frame. So if Kevin holds this one, occupational hazard. There's the reproduction. Now this one goes into the chair that's untouched. This one goes into the chair that's been refinished. It's like they're backwards, but that's what happened. That's the history of it. So we had this recovered because there was no seat left. It was terrible. So we had to cover it with new fabric. But we did it exactly the way Chapin did it. And so that's the best we could do.